In this video, I'll be reviewing Chase Dimond's email marketing course. Now, I took this course back in December 2020, and at the time, I had knowledge in email marketing for e-commerce stores specifically, and I was looking to kind of just expand my knowledge, and it was one of those things where you don't know what you don't know, so I just kind of bought the course as I was recommended to follow Chase by one of my team members. Currently, I'm subscribed to his paid weekly newsletter, and I also bought his advanced email marketing course on Gumroad. Before I jump into the crux of the review, I want you guys to be aware of a few things, and that is like my biases going into this review. So firstly, I am someone who had prior email marketing knowledge and knew Chase to be an authoritative figure within the space. So I went into this course with a very positive mindset and really high expectations. Secondly, down below is an affiliate link. So if you do make a purchase through my link, I will get a percentage kickback from your purchase. I just wanted to put it out there for complete transparency's sake. However, despite my biases and my incentive to show you guys the course, I will be as honest as I can about the course. So how I'm going to structure this review is I'm going to talk about the things I really liked about the course, and then I'm going to cover a few things that I feel like would have made the course better. And then lastly, I'm going to give you guys a recommendation with regards to who this course is for, and is it worth the price? Let's get into it. So the course is broken down into the following structure. Initially, there'll be a few introductory modules and lessons, basically going over account setup and how to integrate it with Shopify, things like that. And then it will dive into the flows. So the core flows he goes over are the pre-purchase and post-purchase flows. And then he moves on to talking about campaigns. So there's 12 different types of campaigns you can run based on the course. And each campaign is kind of different in terms of messaging, how you send it, what's appropriate, offers, things like that. So he does explain those really, really well. And then after the campaigns, he then goes into things like list segmentation, and then a few kind of like high level topics like enriching contacts, creating high converting pop-up forms, and things like that before concluding the course. So all in all, it's actually a very comprehensive course and is very, very good for beginners as it covers from account setup to everything in between of running email marketing. I wanted to kick off with the things I really loved about the course. So the course is 4 hours-ish long in video content, and each video has a Google slide attached and some email examples that Boundless Labs has created for clients in the past. All in all, I really liked how they covered all of the campaign and flow variations that are applicable to pretty much all e-commerce stores out there. And he even covers like a few of the nuances, like boosting campaigns within the welcome flow and things like that, which I thought was pretty dope. In the course, he shows you a lot of kind of like these marginal improvements that will maybe add like 0.1% of revenue to your store. However, because he shows so many of these like little nuanced tweaks, over time, it will really add up in terms of monthly recurring revenue for any e-commerce store. That was something that I really enjoyed. I think this course is really good for beginners and intermediate people who are just looking to generate some additional revenue for their store, and will put you on the right track in terms of generating that additional 20 to 30% monthly recurring revenue through email channels alone. And I've also had a few back and forths with Chase via email, and his email response times are really, really quick. I think you could probably expect a reply from him within about 12 hours, adjusting for kind of like time zones and things like that. I'm based in the UK, and he's always gotten back to me within like a 4 to kind of like 12-hour window. I have no doubt that his support for his community is pretty solid. Also, he hosts a monthly Q&A call where the students are able to jump on and ask him any questions. And if you can't make it, you could just put your questions in a Google Doc and everything's recorded. So he's just going to upload that to the portal. Normally in review videos, I like to just give some criticism to the course because there's normally something that kind of irks me about it. But to be honest, with this course, there's nothing that I really disliked about it. However, I do have a few things that I feel like would have made the course better. Let's get into it. So I would have loved to got a behind the scenes look at the way they structure their campaign calendars for clients and how they actually manage the workflow and the Notion setup that they have. He did kind of like give a sneak peek into it, but I would have just loved something a bit more in depth, and also maybe just like a dedicated module on that. I think this would have given brand owners a really good insight on how they could maximize their revenue from emails while minimizing the time spent and just making sure that their workflow is like the most efficient they possibly can make it. Because after speaking to a bunch of brand owners, one of the most common complaints I've heard about email marketing is that they just don't have the time to do it. Even though email marketing is something that really doesn't take too much time, especially when you compare it to things like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and other kind of like forms of traffic. So yeah, I think a dedicated video to manage workflow would have really helped a lot of brand owners and also agency owners out there. Another module that I would have loved to see in there is a module dedicated to building high converting emails from a copy and creative perspective. I think that would have been really beneficial to people who are kind of complete beginners, because I feel like complete beginners might not have been able to infer the kind of email structures that were shown by the examples given by Chase. So that would be things like, when should you actually add the review section to an email? Where should you place the call to actions? And where should you be linking them to, like landing page wise? And just general things like that in terms of copy and the creative and the general like structure of the actual email itself. So my final verdict for the course is that I really enjoyed it. I did learn a lot. And despite my criticism of the course, I do think that it shouldn't really sway your decision on purchasing the course simply because Chase priced the course at $749. This means any store kind of doing more than 10K a month in monthly recurring should be able to make a positive ROI and make the course pay for itself within a month, simply because the course is kind of designed for you to be able to generate 20 to kind of like 30% of your revenue from the course itself. I think the course is really great for its value, especially when you factor in the price point. In my opinion, this course is best suited to people with little to intermediate levels of knowledge with regards to email marketing. However, people with a lot of existing knowledge will still learn enough to make it ROI positive, let's say over a 3 to 6 month period. Link below for anyone that's interested. Anyways, if you enjoyed this review, please subscribe to this channel where I'll be teaching more email marketing and e-commerce growth content. Make sure to have bell notifications turned on, just because right now I'm really trying to break through that kind of YouTube reach barrier for channels less than 100 subscribers. So yeah, really appreciate it. And I'll be releasing content on a weekly basis. Also down below, you'll find my Facebook group. I give kind of daily one-on-one support with any of the members in there. I've recently started it. Right now it's just myself. So if you join that, I'll definitely make sure to say hi, and you can get one-on-one support at least for probably the next month or something. And then as more people kind of start coming in, my time will be more scarcely spread out. But right now, one-on-one support just for you. Join that link down below. Have a great week. Hope you crush.